Good morning, Mr. Olvera. Sir, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, the officer, while on patrol, observed a black Camry driving north on a south-only street at the 1700 block of Durham Drive in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage and bloodshot eyes. The defendant stated he was coming from a housewarming where he consumed one alcoholic beverage, a 12-ounce Modelo, about 2 hours prior to the traffic stop. The defendant stated he did not know he was driving the wrong way, and standard filter writings were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 1 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to supply a specimen. The defendant's motor vehicle was searched incident to arrest. The officer located a loaded Glock handgun found in the center console, and a blood search warrant was signed and executed.
All right, Mr. Olvera, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run him to see if he has any prior DWIs? And
No prior to his license.
All right, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. You understand? Do not pick up any new cases. Don't be in possession of any weapons. You have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with them. For now, I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. You'll get with Felicia if your bond conditions, then after that, you're free to go. Be careful. Don't be a danger to my community. Do you understand? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Thanks. Take care. Good morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a crash, and Houston Fire Department was transporting the complainant to the hospital. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and asked for insurance. The officer observed a long neck beer bottle fall out of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated he had 1 glass of champagne. Standard filtered writing tests were administered, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant consented to a breath sample, and the results were 0.143 and 0.135.
Are you saying that he has alcohol in the car while he's driving?
Your Honor, they just found the bottle on the driver's side. There's no indication of being cold to the touch or anything like that.
Driver's side where?
Of the vehicle, it just said it fell out of the driver's side. When the whole thing just says they observed a long neck beer bottle fall out of his vehicle on the driver's side. And that's the only thing that it mentions.
Can you run his license, run him, see if he has any prior DWIs,
Yes,
please, and then his license?
Your Honor, he has no priors and his license is eligible.
Mr. Wilbodo, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, likewise, you're not allowed to drive. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Buenos días, señor. Te pido, por favor, conteste a voz alta. Yo soy su intérprete.
Buenos días.
Menchu,
Bonjour. Good morning.
Mr. Menchu, you're charged with driving while intoxicated.
Estado de manejar ebrio.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Una multa de $2,000.
You're going to do probable cause.
Causa.
You have the right to remain silent.
El
Anything
silencio
you say can or will be used against you.
será usado en su
You have the right to have an attorney present.
tener un abogado
If
presente.
you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st,
El 1 de
2025,
marzo de 2025.
the officer was dispatched to a major crash
grande
on Ella Lee Lane
en Ella Lee
in Harris
Lane,
County,
en el
Texas.
condado Harris, Texas.
The witness
El
stated
testigo declaró
he heard a
que
loud
él oyó
crash
un choque
coming from outside his
que venía
residence
de afuera de
and
su
observed the
residencia y
defendant's
observó el
vehicle
vehículo del
crashed
acusado
into a blue Subaru.
estrellado contra un
The witness
Subaru azul.
observed the
El
defendant
testigo
sitting in the
observó
driver's
al
seat
acusado sentado
of
en
a
el
red
asiento
Toyota
del
Corolla
Toyota Corolla rojo
and removed the
y
keys
se movió las
and
llaves
smelled an odor of
y
an
el
alcoholic beverage.
olor de una bebida
and bloodshot
alcohólica y
eyes.
los ojos rojizos.
The officer observed an
El
odor of an
oficial
alcoholic
observó
beverage
un olor de
bloodshot
bebida
eyes,
alcohólica, los ojos
and
rojizos
slurred speech.
y el habla afectada.
The defendant
El
stated
acusado declaró
he
el
had
acusado
consumed
declaró
4
que consumía
margaritas
4 margaritas
and standard field sobriety tests were
y las
conducted.
pruebas de campo.
HGN 6 out of 6,
HDN 6 de un 6,
walk and turn 8
de
out of 8,
voltear 8 de un 8,
one leg stand 4 out of
una pierna
4.
4 de un 4.
The defendant did
El
not consent to
acusado
breath
no dio
and a
consentimiento
blood warrant was
aliento,
signed and executed.
fue ejecutado una orden.
Mr. Menchu, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Any prior DWIs and a license?
No prior, Your Honor, and there's no license on file.
Mr. Menchu,
Señor Mancho,
I don't know what your immigration status is,
los
but
migratorios,
if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail
a la
and
cárcel,
immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with.
caso
And then
termina.
you will be shipped off to immigration.
Andan,
Heed this warning. You will not get another.
le van a
I
dar
see it happen every day where people get ICE hit detainers and they sit in custody for 6 to 9 months.
bajo custodia.
I'm now putting conditions on your bond. If you violate these conditions, then I will put you in jail. The first condition is you are not to drive.
No puede
If you
manejar.
do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you're not allowed to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people, babies, whatever. Do not drive. The next condition is you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol
Consumió alcohol
and or
o
illegal drugs, likewise, your bond will be revoked and will go into custody.
tu fianza, te lo vamos a-
Pretrial services is going to call you to go take a test. If you fail to show up for the test, then a warrant will issue for your arrest.
a una orden de arresto.
Do you understand what's expected of you?
Yes.
You get no more warnings. If you don't believe me, ask Marcos. He'll tell you good and well.
Con sin embargo, que le dice,
For now, I will have you come up to us here, swear to us that you're not going to drive.
y te va a jurar que
I will get you to Ramona where you will sign a reset. After that, you will get policia for your bond conditions.
después de eso,
Then you're free to go.
de fianza, entonces no puede.
Judge,
Okay, take.
Judge, we have 2 more